There, welcome back again to the Tech Choice Bootcamp, the UI UX design track. And this is module 4, where we'll be talking about the design phase of the design thinking process. In this module, we'll be talking about empathy mapping once again. We'll be identifying user pain points, developing user personas, and identifying recurring themes. In the empathy stage, we try to understand our users, their needs, behaviors, and emotions. But in the design phase, we immerse ourselves in the lives of our users by collating the data collected from user interviews, identifying pain points, defining personas, and articulating the design problems and challenges we are going to solve. The aim of the define phase is to articulate good problem statements based on our understanding of our user pain points. So there are certain tools designers make use of during define phase, and these tools include the whiteboards, walls, A3, post-it notes, and markers, collaboration tools like Miro. When capturing important points from the empathy interviews, you go through various steps, and these steps include: first off, you name your participants. The second step is to prepare your board. Then the last one is to put up post-it notes. Naming your participants, you can promote anonymity by naming your participants in a numerical order. For example, participant 1, participant 2, and participant 3. Write their names on a whiteboard or a mirror board. Then use post-it notes to tell a story. Under or beside each name, put post-it notes that tell the stories you gathered during the interview. Ensure that single responses of each participant, for example, what they said, how they responded, how they reacted, are put on different notes. And ensure you use a specific color for each participant. Like participant 1, you can pick pink as the color of its post-it notes. Then participant 2, you use green, and the likes, so that it will help in narrowing down your notes. This is exactly how a mirror board looks like. I had explained and I told you guys to sign up and create a mirror account so that you'll be able to get familiarized with this interface. So the deliverables, with our board organized, we will be able to first off develop an empathy map, then identify our users' pain points, develop user personas, and identify extreme users. Identify recurring themes from the user interviews. These deliverables will help us to have a better understanding of users, their pain points, and the problems we will solve with our designs. The empathy map, like I have explained before in previous video, is a visualization tool that helps designers to articulate their understanding of the user. The empathy map is a good tool for unpacking our user interviews. In the say column, okay, first off, you have to set up a part of your mirror board by dividing the canvas into 4 quadrants. A good way to start with completing the empathy map is to fill the say column with as many relevant quotes as possible from your interview notes. You can copy the notes from your organized notes, that is the notes you took during your interviews. Here are some quotes from our interview. I sent pictures to some moms on my list to show them what I would like to sell. I use gg.ng. That way people close to me don't know I sell clothes my children don't need. Selling baby used clothes is equal to selling their destiny. These are examples of quotes gotten from the interview we had with a few mothers. Okay, Okay, so you populate the do column with actions you observed or with action quotes from the interviews. For example, one of the mothers said they buy used baby clothes. Also, another one said she gives her baby used clothes to family and friends. Some gives out their clothes to people close to her, and some use digital products to get away from close ones. Right? So these are basic actions they said they carried out. The next is the feel column. You populate the feel column with the emotions you observed. Were your interviewees agitated? Were they confused, happy, upset? And during our interviews, one mom said selling her baby's clothes was like selling her destiny. This suggests that she fears that she fears what might happen to her child if she breaks their taboo. Another of our interviewees also said she enjoys ratings. She's afraid. One actually said she's afraid. One said she lacks trust in selling her clothes to people she don't know and the likes. And some loves to be appreciated after they sell the clothes. So this is what they feel. Next up is the think column. You populate the think column with what they said when you asked them. Like, what were you thinking when that happened? Also, add your inferences based on your understanding of the interview. One of our mothers said, WhatsApp broadcast helps to an extent to reach more people. Basically, this is what she thinks. Another said she thinks she can reach more people, and it might be true, it might be not, but this is what she thinks. So we took that down and we stuck it up in the thing column. Okay, now we'll be talking about pain points. What are pain points? Pain points are specific sources of confusion, problems, anxieties, fears, frustrations, and struggles users encounter while using our product or going through a particular customer journey. Pain points prevents or slows down users from achieving their goals. For example, the goal is what user wants to accomplish and why. Then the pain point is what stops or hinders users from accomplishing it. For example, in our research to understand how mothers sell their babies' used clothes, one mother said, WhatsApp broadcast helps me to reach more people. I can send pictures to potential buyers with just 2 clicks, but I get discouraged by the thought of being a disturbance to people. So the user goal in that case is to send pictures of clothes to a lot of people. The user pain point is she feels people think she's a disturbance. Another example from what another mother said is WhatsApp is our only option to reach a large audience, but I'm worried that some people will think I care more about money making than assisting other women. The user goal in that case is to let a lot of people know what she sells, but her pain point is she cares what people will think. So the pain point on our mirror board, this contains a cluster of pain points such as their problems, anxieties, fears, frustrations, and struggles of the user from the data gathered during the interview. Then we move on to personas. What are personas? Personas are fictional yet actual detailed description of the user of our product. And what are the benefits of personas? Personas helps us to visualize our users like real people. Personas also help us to streamline our thoughts and understanding of our users into realistic and relatable people. Personas are useful for guiding the product team when strategic decisions that will directly affect the users are being made. When do you create personas? It is advisable to create personas after user interview. After user interview have been completed and empathy map have been created, how do you create a persona? The first thing you need to do is you need to go back to your empathy map. You group users that have similar attributes, identify the qualities that differentiate them from each other, give the persona a name, age, gender, and any other thing that helps you to identify your persona uniquely. So you can name your persona Bola, you can name it Shade, you can name it that your boyfriend's name, you can name it whatever. Then it's just for identity. Then the last is to describe the attributes of the persona that relates with the research study. So here is an example of how a persona should look like. This is a picture, it's a generic picture. You can use generic pictures, it's just for identity. We gave her an age of 37 because she falls in between um our target audience, yes, and she's a female because a male can't be a mother. And the rest. So we gave a description as to the responses we got from our research interview, our empathy interviews. Like, I don't really buy clothes for my children. I never buy new clothes for them because they have too much and the likes. Then these are tools that can be used to create a persona. You can use pen and paper, which is the traditional method. Then there are some websites online that helps creating personas more easily. Example is Samply, Extensio, or Make My Persona by HubSpot. Okay, that brings us to the end of this video. In the next video, we'll be continuing still on module 4. We'll be talking about extreme users, identifying them, their needs, their knowledge, and all of that. Then we'll be talking about recurring themes and identification of themes and the likes. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.